Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss some interesting updates. We begin with Vitor Roque, as Barca are reportedly worried about the fact that they are supposed to pay 40 million euros to La Liga in order to complete the registration of the 2024 January transfer arrival, Vitor Roque. We are going to discuss more on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Ronald Araujo, as Barcelona want to extend his contract further and they want to begin contract extension talks by January. We're also going to be discussing more on that. So, guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. It is no secret that Barcelona are working round the clock to ensure that they can register Vitor Roque ahead of the January transfer window. The club sporting director Deco and even Xavi Hernandez are keen on bringing the Brazilian to Catalonia after the turn of the year. However, as we head into the January transfer window, Barcelona have received a lot of mixed news as far as the club's financials are concerned. So let's talk about the good news. As reported by Mundo Deportivo, Friday's decision from the La Liga Delegated Commission to give the green light for modifications in economic control could boost Barcelona's finances. That is because of one of the changes concerning the repayment of losses generated by COVID. Until now, clubs had to pay a certain percentage with each passing year, but La Liga has now decided to put an annual limit based on the club's turnover, which will enable said clubs to spread these losses over more years. This plays into the hands of Barcelona as they do not have to pay the expected 80 million euros, which in turn should increase the squad cost limit of 270 million euros. Despite the expected savings that Barcelona will make in the aftermath of that decision, it won't be enough for the club to register Vitor Roque. As things stand, the Catalans must pay La Liga the pending 40 million euros, which is holding up the club's finances. Barcelona owe 40 million euro from Libero, who had acquired a stake in Barca Studios in the summer. An alternative for the club would be to sell key players in the team. Barcelona can reuse 50% of the sale value of each other and 60% if the departed player's salary is at least 5% of the total cost of the workforce. Until Barcelona, meet either of these measures, the club will not be in a position to register Vitor Roque in the upcoming January window. Of course, it continues to be complicated as ever in terms of bringing Vitor Roque to Barcelona, something that initially we all thought is going to be a straightforward something. And now we are talking about how Barca needs to reshuffle, they need to do this, they need to do that. I mean, all these calculations are just there, like, I don't know. It's going to make things more difficult. Vitor Roque has always been eager to join Barca. He was successfully signed in the summer, but Barca could not bring him straight in because of financial limitations. And so there were a lot of reports saying that probably in the January window he will join Barca. But right now, it seems as though there's no guarantee. There's still no guarantee on that. And it makes me feel bad, as any Barca fan will feel, because we really want to see Vitor Roque in action ASAP. We need to see him as soon as possible, but Barcelona and their endless financial woes just can't make things happen smoothly. La Liga is not even helping because La Liga is like they are too tight in everything. There's no space to, or there's no brain space compared to other leagues in the world. I don't understand what the Barca La Liga is doing. It's just crazy. It's like they want to suffocate some of these clubs in their league before they know that they are strict or they are serious. It's terrible. It's terrible. Things are just too tight. Everything is being checked. Everything is just so complicated for nothing. Just to bring Vitor Roque, look at the kind of things that La Liga will bring. Like all these things are just so unnecessary. How unnecessary. It's nonsense. Because sometimes it seems as though they have an agenda against Barca because that's the kind of thing that they start instilling in the Barca fans' head. You hardly hear Real Madrid complaining of things. Real Madrid, whatever player they want, they have it. They bring it smoothly. They don't have complications. But for Barca, it's like, oh my God, all hell's break loose. It's crazy for us. Things don't just work out. So I don't know, but let's see how it goes for Vitor Roque. But the complications there for me is just unnecessary. This is a player who was already signed ever since, so they cannot bring him in January because of what we need to pay La Liga 40 million. Come on, come on. It's not making any sense. Then on to the final story of discussion. FC Barcelona were able to salvage a 1-0 victory against Real Sociedad due to a second win 7th phase. But Barcelona had one man to thank so much, and that person was none other than Ronald Araujo. Against the run of play, with Barca's back press against the walls for the majority of that match, Araujo cornered into the opposition box with a late run as he headed the winner from Ilkay Gundogan's pass to ensure that all 3 points remain in our custody. Why he has made to so we were made to suffer in the back. The Uruguayan's leadership qualities were on full display, with a clutch goal allowing the Blaugranas to redeem themselves after a disappointing Clasico defeat. Now, according to Sport, at the beginning of 2024, Barca will begin talks with Araujo to extend the player's contract, which expires in 2026. Araujo renewed his contract in April last year until 2026 June with a clause of 1 billion. If the centre back fulfills what he has signed, it means he will stay at Barca until he is 27. However, aiming to extend his contract, Barca are keen to offer new deal that will tie Araujo to Barca for much longer. He arrived from Boston River back in 2019 and began his career with the reserves when he played 44 games. In the 2020-21, after really playing some games with the first team, he joined the seniors permanently. Since then, his performances have been impeccable in the heart of defense, and he continues to grow in importance. Araujo has been renowned for his leadership abilities, and his unmatched love for the crest renders him a vital asset to have. This, despite suffering for large portions of the game against Real Sociedad, he still found a way to secure victory for his team. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.